our topic in 163, we have a rules and regulations on the exportations of fish, chilled and frozen fish, and fishery aquatic product. So, my part is section 1 and 2. In section 1, we have the definitions of terms. So, first, chilled fish, director, fish processing establishment, fish and fishery or aquatic products, fish inspection. So, ang chilled fish kay it is fresh fish that has been subjected to 0 degree Celsius. For director, shall refer to the director of fisheries and aquatic resources. For fish processing establishment, any premises where fish products are prepared and processed as chilled, frozen, dried, smoked, canned, packed, or stored. For fish and fishery or aquatic products, it includes all crustaceans, mollusks, and other aquatic products, seawater and freshwater animals, or other products of aquatic living resources or parts thereof in whatever form, whether fresh, chilled, frozen, or processed, including but not limited to seaweeds, squalene, and blubbers intended for human consumption. For fish inspections, the assessment of the capability of fish processing plants to implement and comply with the prescribed food safety and quality control measures. With another terms of definition, the food grade utensils and equipment, food safety, frozen fish, good manufacturing practices, or JMP. For food grade, a state of any ingredients which, when added to food, or of any material which comes into direct contact with the food will maintain its fitness for human consumption. For grade, for food grade utensils and equipment are utensils and equipment made of food grade materials appropriate for use in processing food products. Food safety, the insurance that food is processed properly and when consumed will not be harmful to the consumers. For frozen fish is fish which has been subjected to a freezing process sufficient to reduce the temperature of the product to minus 18 degrees Celsius or negative 180 Celsius in order to preserve its quality and to maintain it at this temperature. For good manufacturing practices, a set of rules or guidelines to be implemented in the fish processing plant which include adherence to existing rules and regulations. Enforce respecting plant construction personnel, hygiene, and sanitation as specific to a product that support a company's policy and standard. The hazard analysis, critical control point, product sanitary or health certifications, and lastly, the sanitation standard operating procedures. So, for hazard analysis, critical control point, preventive quality management system which identifies, evaluates, and control the hazard which are significant to food safety. A plan is a company's written document, the procedures to be followed in accordance with the 7 hazard analysis critical control point principles to ensure food safety. For product sanitary or health certification, it is issued by the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, attesting that the fish product conform with the established sanitary standards and health requirements. And the last, for sanitation standard operating procedures, it is routine procedures to be followed to ensure that the processing and production of a certain product is carried out under sanitary and hygienic conditions. In section 2, requirement for the exportation of fish products. So, letter A, only fish products which have been processed in fish processing establishment certified by BFAR to be compliant with the SSOP and HACCP system shall be allowed to be exported. To ensure that all exported fish and aquatic products meet strict international hygiene and safety standards by requiring sanitation standard operating procedures and hazard analysis and critical control point compliance. The regulation protects consumers abroad from unsafe or contaminated products, maintains the reputations of Philippine exports, and it helps the country meet the import requirements of foreign markets. And in short, the rule guarantees that exported fish products are processed in facilities that uphold the highest levels of cleanliness, safety, and quality control. Letter B. Fish products shall be subjected to product tests required by the importing country at any BFAR laboratory or accredited laboratories, the result of which shall be presented to BFAR as among the basis for issuance of the product sanitary or health certificate. Before fish and fishery product can be exported, they must undergo mandatory product testing to ensure they meet the safety and quality standards required by the importing country. And this test must be performed either at a BFAR laboratory or a laboratory accredited by BFAR, ensuring credibility and compliance with international requirements. In letter C, fish products shall be derived from species whose biological, microbiological, and chemical characteristics meet the following standards. So as you can see in the screens, we have the microbiological, chemical, and marine biotoxins. For microbiologicals, they have aerobic plate, 500,000 grams, Escherichia coli, 11 grams, Salmonella, Nadra Shigella, Vibrio cholera, and so on. For chemical, we have lead, mercury, cadmium. At the same time, they have 0.5 ppm. So, and the last, for marine biotoxins, ciguatuzine, paralytic shellfish toxin, histamine. And that's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I'm Sultan Yusmira. Our topic is all about the rules and regulations on the exportations of fresh, chilled and frozen fish and fishery aquatic product. So my assigned topic or task is the section 3 and section 4. Sa section 3 naadira ang prohibitations. And then sa section 4 is the kinds of export permits. So sa section 3, prohibitations, so it shall be the unlaw fall for any person to export fishery product of whatever size, stage, or form for any purpose without fish first securing an appropriate permit. So in short, in that section 3, the prohibitations, It is illegal for anyone to export the fishery product of any size, stage, or form for any reason. So these prohibitions stand unless they first obtain the appropriate permit from the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, or in short, gitawag ni siya DFAR. Next is the section 4, the kinds of export permit. So these sections indicates that the VPAR is authorized to issue the different types of export permit. These specific types of permit that VFAR can issue are not detailed in this except but would like be outlined in further sections of the regulations. So natay duha ka klase. Ang una kay ang commercial export. So this permit certify that the fishery product intended for the commercial export meet the standard established for such as the product. So it is ensured that the product comply with the quality and safety regulations before they are exported for commercial purposes. So the last one is the gratuitous export permit. So this permit is issued free for charge for fish product intended for specific non-commercial purposes such as the sample and then the personal use and then educational purposes and then exhibits and scientific research. And the last one is there are limitation to this permit. So the value of the fish product must not excess to 10 kilograms. So the value of the fish product must not excess also the 2,000 pesos. And that's all. Thank you.
Exports permits. The image outlines two types of exports permits. So what is the two types of exports permits? The first one is commercial export permits. So when you say commercial export permits, a permit attesting that the commercial export products are in accordance with the established standards for such products. Next one is gratuitous export permit. When you say gratuitous export permit, a permit issued free of charge for fish products and intended for sample, personal educational, exhibit, and scientific or similar purposes. The volume of the products must not exceed 10 kilograms valued at not more than 2,000 pesos. So, Section 5 Procedure. Application for an export permit shall be filed on a peer shipment basis with the BFAR Fisheries at least 1 week prior to the date of exportation. The application must be accompanied by an export declaration, packing list, a duly certified check payable to BFAR or cash in the amount of 50 pesos as the payment for the processing fee. The processing fee is non-refundable and the application is not transferable. Exports permits shall expire 30 days after issuance. An unused export permit shall be considered automatically cancelled. So in summary, in this report is this document outlines the requirements and the procedures for obtaining commercial exports permits are gratuitous exports permit for fish products in the Philippines. Thank you. Pre-shipment inspection requirements. When you say pre-shipment inspection requirements,
Fish products must be inspected prior to shipment to ensure proper verification and completeness of accompanying documents. The following information must be indicated in bold on the packaging container of the fish products and accompanying documents except the fish products pack in bulk for further processing. A. The words products of the Philippines or in the Philippines. B. Name of product. C. Name and address of the manufacturer. And the last one is BBFAR, Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, inspection dates and stamp mark. This regulation outlines the free shipment inspection requirements of fish products exported from the Philippines. The goal is to verify the product details and ensure the completeness of the accompanying documentations before the shipment is allowed to proceed. The mandated labeling requirement help provide traceability and origin information for the exported fish products. That's all.
My name is Wimbo Noven Kidlat. So my topic is about Section 7 penalties. So, violation of this order shall hold the offender liable to the penalty of imprisonment of 8 years, a fine of 80,000 pesos, and forfeiture of the subject fishery product for proper disposition by the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, provided that the violator shall also be banned from being a member or stockholder of companies currently engaged in fisheries or those to be created in the future. So kani siya, mao ni siya ang katong for example nga mga company nga walay permit, so mapinaltihan sila og 80,000, then pwede sila ma-preso for 8 years. So mao ra to.
So good day everyone. I will now explain Section 8, Fisheries Administration Order or FAO number 147 and all other rules in regulation or parts thereof which are inconsistent with this order are hereby amended or modified accordingly in simple words. So this means that any older rules or orders are now changed or cancelled. So if something in FAO or Fisheries Administrative Order number 147 or the past orders doesn't match the new policy, the new order automatically replace it. So this section makes sure there are no overlaps or confusion between old and new regulation. It keeps everything clear and consistent. So that's all for Section 8.
Section 9 states that this order will take effect 15 days after its publication in the Official Gazette or in 2 newspapers of general circulation, and also 15 days after registration with the Office of the National Administrative Register or ONAR. This means that the order will not immediately become effective right after it is issued. It must first go through a proper process of publication and registration to ensure transparency and public awareness. The publication allows the public, especially those in the fisheries and export sectors, to be informed about the new regulations, while the registration ensures that the rule is officially recorded and recognized as part of the government administrative laws. After these steps are completed, the order becomes officially enforceable 15 days later. In short, Section 9 ensures that there is a grace period before implementation, giving affected individuals and organization time to adjust and comply with the new requirements.